Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to our segment on Portswigger Web Security Academy. Today we'll be covering SQL Injection Union Attack. So as always, we will want to start by accessing the lab, and while that is loading, let's continue in reading what's going on. So this Union Attack, we are determining the number of columns returned by the query. This lab contains a SQL injection vulnerability in the product category filter. The results from the query are returned in the application's response. So you can use a union attack to retrieve data from other tables. The table steps of such an attack is to determine the number of columns that are being unreturned by the query. You will then use this technique in subsequent labs to construct the full attack. To solve the lab, determine the number of columns returned by the query by performing a SQL injection union attack that returns an additional row containing null values. Okay, so what we focus on here is the product category filter. We're going to be using a union attack. We want to find out how many columns are out there, and we'll do this by additional rows by using the null value. All right, so let's go overhead, bring this up, and we can bring this up if we want to. We can turn interceptor on. All right, so with this, we're actually going to come here and choose one of these categories, such as tech gifts. We'll start off by adding single quote, and what happens? Our error. Okay, and if you remember, we're doing union attacks, we need to do a union select, right? So we're going to put a space union, then space select. Remember, all these are in full caps. Then space, then null. Then we're going to do our dash to comment everything else out. What happens? Nope, nothing there. Okay. So with that, let's not be fully discouraged. And we're going to go back one more. We're going to hit comma, then do null again. So for like 2 columns, 2 rows, nothing there. Another comma with another null, and there we go. We have 3 nulls. So here we know there's 3 that we discovered. We're doing the union select from another table. So if you guys don't realize you're doing this union attack, you're pulling information from another table than the one that's actually being called originally. All right, guys, congratulations. You saw the lab. Thank you for joining me on this. Be safe, stay secure, and be ethical. All right, bye-bye.